Everyone laughed when she walked into that classroom. The teacher called her the janitor's niece, then handed her the hardest calculus problem just to humiliate her. What happened next? No one, not even the professor, saw it coming. Her name was Alina. She was quiet, polite, wore secondhand clothes, and never raised her voice, not even once. She'd come to the elite Newton Academy on a special scholarship after her uncle, the janitor, pulled some strings. The students whispered, "She's poor. Why is she even here? She'll drop out in a week." But Alina just took her seat and opened her notebook. It was Professor Grant's class, famous, strict, arrogant, known for mocking students who fell behind. That day, he had written a huge calculus equation on the board, one that had stumped PhDs. Even his assistants couldn't solve it. Then, he turned to Alina. "Why don't you give it a try, miss?" Alina stood up. The room was dead silent. She stepped toward the board, holding nothing but a piece of chalk. Snickers echoed around the room. "She's gonna embarrass herself. This'll be fun." But Alina didn't flinch. She stared at the equation for a moment. Then, without hesitation, started writing. One line, then another, then another. And within 3 minutes, the board was full. She stepped back, complete silence. The professor's eyes widened. He walked to the board slowly, double-checked every line. His hand trembled as he picked up the chalk, but he couldn't find a single mistake. He turned back to the class and said one word: "Correct." The students blinked in disbelief. "Wait, what? She solved it?" Alina returned to her seat without saying a word. But whispers turned into murmurs. Someone Googled her name. That's when it came out. Alina Musa, self-taught calculus genius. She'd published a research paper at 16. She once solved a Millennium Prize problem draft, anonymously. But she never accepted awards, never joined competitions. She just stayed quiet. And the only reason she enrolled here was because her uncle, the janitor, wanted her to study in peace. By the next day, the professor offered her a research assistant position. The school invited her to speak at their next conference, and those students who mocked her now lined up, asking for tutoring. But Alina just smiled. "I didn't come here to prove anything. I just love math." Weeks later, she passed by a crying freshman being mocked for asking dumb questions. She sat beside her and said, "They laughed at me too, but that's okay," then handed her a notebook full of solved problems and walked away. Power doesn't always wear a suit. Genius doesn't always speak loudly. And dignity, it rises quietly.